Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 2017 Mercedes-AMG GT-R. Now it has 1,212 horsepower, 831 pounds-feet of torque from a 5.7 litre twin-turbocharged V10 engine. The car itself now weighs 2,865 pounds. Now has all-wheel drive, and it can do 0 to 60 in 1.958 seconds and 0 to 100 in 4 seconds. So yeah, I did want to try out this car with its original engine, but we only got a little over 900 horsepower, which is nowhere near enough for a car, especially a modern car on this series, and equally so when you've got a rear wing on the back of this thing. So yeah, opted for changing the engine out, which is a plenty of power, a decent amount of torque, and yeah, the car doesn't even weigh all that much either. So yeah, but nonetheless, you know, modern cars do tend to be quite slow on this series due to the gearing and how that works on this game. So yeah, I hope this isn't the case for this car, because I do really rather like it. So yeah, let's get out there and see what it can do. So yeah, this didn't have the highest of top speeds originally when in stock form, so I'm well past that already, so that's 220. But I'm hoping that this car can deal with the extra speed, and yeah, certainly can deal with the extra power. There's 245, 250. There's 260. So yeah, 260 so far, which is pretty decent. But yeah, you'd find an older Mercedes that is used to having a lot of power would go a lot quicker than that. That's if there is one to choose from. Though we have had an older Mercedes on this game, on this series before, that have done fairly well. Interesting to see what this can do in comparison to those older vehicles. Now, I'm not saying all modern vehicles are far slower than their older counterparts, because there are some modern vehicles that have done really well in this series. But it generally is older cars that do better. But it would be interesting to see what older cars and newer cars from a singular manufacturer would do in comparison to one another. Maybe we'll look into that one day. Yeah, this doesn't seem to have quite the amount of torque that is necessary for gaining speed while we're already at a high rate of speed. Certainly has a handling though. No thanks in part to that rear spoiler there. That's good acceleration up until about 230 mph, and then it just really slows down. Tend to see that with these V10 engines that don't have all that much horsepower, all that much torque. It has plenty of horsepower, no doubt about that, but torque is really necessary to properly get cars up to a high rate of speed, or at least be consistent at getting to a high rate of speed. But yeah, 260 mph is our final top speed for today, which isn't bad. There are obviously slower, newer cars that are similar to this. For instance, it's as quick as a 2018 ATS GT, 2018 Lamborghini Huracan Performante, but it's also the same speed as a Ford GT40 Mark 1 and a Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. So yeah, new and modern cars, new and older cars there coming head to head in terms of overall speed, but it's also quicker than a Porsche 911 GT3, Aston Martin DB10, a Fiat Dino Coupe, Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe, Spania GTA Spano, a Polo Intensa Emozioni, and a Jaguar C-Type. It's always surprised me that the Jaguar C-Type was as slow as it is, considering a Jaguar D-Type is currently at the top of the leaderboard. And it's also slower than a Eagle Speedster, Pontiac Fiber, Trans Am, Noble M600, Ferrari F12 GT, and a TVR Tuscan S. And yeah, far and away off the Jaguar D-Type, which is still at the top of the leaderboard. But nonetheless, this is a reasonable car. It's not got the highest top speed, granted, but it can do a 260 mph while handling corners with relative ease. So yeah, it's a good handling car, and yeah, if you're after a vehicle to have that kind of top speed while having the easiest kind of handling out there to deal with when competing against other people or AI, then yeah, I'd recommend this car. But yeah, I'd rather have the handling on this car than the top speed, because yeah, at the end of the day, as you can see, it takes a long while just to get up to 260 mile an hour, never mind any faster. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.